Well, as the mother of a 17-year-old who is looking to go to university next year, it fills me with absolute horror. I think the university's minister is correct. It is a complete abrogation of duty towards students. You have to remember that, the students who, particularly next year's students and the current crop, these are 18, 19-year-old, predominantly girls who've left home for the first time. They're also additionally vulnerable in that not only are they away from home for the first time, but they've been subject to, to strict lockdown measures. So they haven't done the same amount of kind of socializing that normal teenagers or teenagers do in more normal times. And the thing is, sex work, well, let's call it what it is. It's prostitution. It puts you at risk of violence. It puts you at risk of stalkers. It puts you at risk of sexually transmitted infections. It actually, puts you at physical and psychological risk. Many of these girls who will be thinking about doing this.
Caroline, the university will probably argue that actually for the very reasons that you describe about the dangers associated with the industry is the reason why they're doing what they're doing. I mean, they're saying there is an emerging trend of their students being involved in this industry. And as you rightfully mentioned, it is linked to disease and drugs and violence. And so perhaps their understanding of the duty of care and the duty of protection is to ensure that these young people that are doing this anyway are doing it in a safe way. What do you make of that?
No. I think that universities, and bear in mind, this is the Students' Union, and it shows actually a real dissonance in Students' Union because they're talking about keeping people safe. So they're encouraging people to be safe by sort of normalising sex work, but at the same time, they won't expose students to various points of view, like, for example, a pro-life point of view, because they say it's unsafe. So it shows a real dissonance. But actually, it is fine for the Student Union don't have to promote this, because what this is doing, it is normalising sex work. It is saying, OK, this is something you might want to consider to help you pay your vast university costs. And in fact, there are plenty of other jobs that students would be well versed to consider. They can do cleaning, they can do bar work, they can work in, they can wait tables, they can work in fast food restaurants, which are much more sort of normal, mainstream, and carry far, 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 far less risk.